The year is 1895. London is a bustling metropolis, a city of contrasts where wealth and poverty collide and where secrets lurk in every shadow. Among the city's most iconic landmarks is the Tower of London, a formidable fortress that has served as a royal palace, a prison, and an armory. It is a place steeped in history, a place where many have suffered and died. One such prisoner is Edward Blake, a man accused of a crime he did not commit. Edward is a respected member of society, a successful businessman with a loving family. But his life is shattered when he is framed for the murder of his business partner. Despite his pleas of innocence, Edward is found guilty and sentenced to death. On the day of his execution, Edward is taken to the Tower of London. He is stripped of his belongings and his fine clothes are replaced with a prison uniform. He is then led through a labyrinth of corridors and cells until he finally reaches his new home, a small, dank cell in the White Tower. Edward is devastated by his situation. He cannot believe that he is going to die for a crime he did not commit. He longs for his wife and children, and he wonders if he will ever see them again. As the days turn into weeks, Edward begins to adjust to his new life. He makes friends with some of the other prisoners, and he learns to cope with the boredom and the loneliness. He also begins to investigate the murder of his business partner, determined to prove his innocence. One day, Edward stumbles upon a hidden passage in his cell. He follows the passage, and it leads him to a secret chamber. In the chamber, Edward finds a cache of old documents. He begins to read the documents, and he discovers that they contain evidence that could prove his innocence. Edward is overjoyed by his discovery. He knows that he must find a way to get the documents to the outside world. He devises a plan, and he manages to escape from the Tower of London. Once he is free, Edward takes the documents to the police. The police investigate the evidence, and they soon realize that Edward was framed for the murder. They arrest the real killer, and Edward's name is finally cleared. Edward is reunited with his wife and children, and he is able to start his life anew. He never forgets his time in the Tower of London, but he is grateful for the experience. It has made him a stronger and more determined person. The Tower of London is a place of mystery and intrigue, and Edward Blake's story is just one of the many tales that have been told within its walls. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. The end.